What the fuck is going on, lads? Welcome back to the channel. It's day 15. I think day 15, boys. So welcome. Today we're going to be talking about a real man's fun, right? The fun that a king has, the fun that a conqueror or a Khan has. Because a lot of people who have this programming in their mind which has failed them, their fun is leading down a path of desperation and despair, something that we do not want, and we want to strive as far away as possible from that. So boys, this whole video is going to be me talking about the true fun of life, a real man's fun, and the fun that you need to pursue and the fun that you need to stay away from. So boys, what it's not, it's definitely not gaming, right? Sitting there, think about this, but just think about this for a second. You wake up and you spend $1 million and you buy a new car, and then you go rob a bank, and then you have your mate somehow teleport to you to go rob a bank, and then you buy another car, and then you do that for 60 days, and then you go on another game where you then go get diamonds, right? At the start you probably thought, oh, that sounds cool, I'm getting cars and shit, right? Then you realize, oh, he's talking about a game. You can do that shit in real life if you put your time and effort into it, right? You can truly make yourself into a character like in a video game where you can go and buy your cars or your watches and shit, but you have to put that effort in day out instead of putting it towards a video game, right? Think of yourself as that character. Don't go rob banks, by the way. don't go rob fucking banks. That's not what I'm suggesting, but think about the robbing the banks part as like the mission, right? You're going to go and get gold. You're going to start a brand, personal brand. You're going to fix your mindset, and from doing that, you're going to get gold, and with that gold, you're then going to buy the things you want, or you're going to improve the world in ways that you choose, right? There's so many other ways you can be spending your time that isn't gaming, which will truly benefit your life, and is so much more worthy spent on you instead of doing it inside something that you're just going to throw away in 60 days to a year, right? It's not worth it. And you're pretty much doing the exact same thing. You're working for the exact same thing, but you're doing it virtually. You're not actually doing it for yourself or for God, which, I mean, if I really have to explain that, just like, man, you're a lost cause, and that's a shame. Hopefully I don't, though. I'm sure you can understand that this is the life you have. And this is the life you actually want to have, cars and shit. You don't want a virtual version of you having that. So definitely gaming, chuck that out. And fun, that's not fun. Chuck it out, right? We call that faggot fun. It's something that losers fucking do, and we do not. Now, another one is doing drugs. I've talked about this. I've given a king's guide to doing drugs. And I've also gave a little bit of my story and the hole that you go down doing drugs, the things that happen to your mentality and break down you physically, and just the entire reality that you will be embraced in and completely succumb to. It's not the reality you want to be in submission to. You want to truly succeed in creating your own reality, in having your own mind, in doing the true things that are actually fun and worth your time. And doing drugs is not them. Secondly, it kind of plays into doing drugs, but lifeless sex is pointless, boys. Obviously, you know, we'll do our thing, but there's a difference between meaningful and lifeless sex. Lifeless sex is just going to the clubs and boom, 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 you know, doing your thing, getting like fucking 3 in one night, or however long it takes you, boys. It's lifeless. You see, there's a difference between a lot of it and quantity of it and quality of it and lifeless sex. I don't really have to explain this to the people to understand what I'm talking about. It is a depressing hole to go down. You start realizing that, one, no one really gives a fuck about you, which I guess is also a good thing in a way, but also it makes you realize you don't actually give a fuck about yourself. Your time is so useless that you will give it away to someone you don't even care to see again in the morning. And you give a lot more than just your time as well. If you look into sex energy, there's a lot more of a transaction that goes on than just your time and a little bit of sweat. So stay the fuck away from that hole. That's pretty much as bad as doing drugs. That doesn't say stay away from sex, because it's massively important for young men and men in general. But you need to find meaningful sex. That is a whole nother video on its own. That's the gateway to true. What's the word I'm looking for? To true submission into a masculinity. If you can actually, or dominating your masculinity is probably the better way to put it. You can actually come into the man that you're supposed to be if you have meaningful sex, not lifeless sex. So yeah, stay away from that one, boys. Doom scrolling. Man, if you're doom scrolling, fuck. It is possible to get off. There is an app called Opal. I will show this, boys. I will show this to you, boys. There is an app called Opal. Basically, it allows you to put on your time. My longest one was a couple months. I then turned it off because I've started building my personal brand more. So for about 2 weeks now, I've had it off so I could use Instagram a bit more, but I've turned it back on because you still want to be in the present. You don't want to be online like a fucking robot. But if you're sitting there just swiping constantly, your focus is going, your purpose is going, your actual cognitive thinking is going. So you need to remove that, boys. You need to get it out of your life. You're just filling your mind with brainwashing garbage that will not get you anywhere. You don't want that in your life. And yeah, just get it the fuck out. Use Opal, put it on, don't turn it off. It will especially help you if you find something that's meaningful. If you do that, it will actually a lot more easily wean you off of it, and you pretty much won't use it at all if you have a true meaning, or if you can find something to always do on your phone that's actually productive. Now, all the other bullshit, this is like just the dumb shit, right? Just going out for random times, doing random fucking things. Now, this doesn't mean don't go and get experiences, because you should go and get experiences. You should do activities, but if you got shit to do, if you have a purpose and you found a purpose, your fun isn't going to be going for a walk. Now, you might go for a walk to regenerate yourself, but that then has a purpose, right? You're not just gonna sit down, you need to make a YouTube video like I do now, and then go, I'm gonna go have fun, do a walk, or I'm gonna go fucking read. Like, what the fuck? You have shit to do, boys. Get your shit done, and then you have some time for the other bullshit, the little bit of fun, maybe hanging out with your boys and stuff. That's actually a good thing, hanging with your boys, but just sitting in the grass meditating or something, right? You need to get your shit done, and then you have time to do bullshit, right? Things that they don't really give you any ROI, they don't really improve your life in any way, but I mean, you had an open gap, so why not relax a bit if you really want, but make sure you are doing shit that's going to move you forward. It's going to improve you mentally, physically, and spiritually. And in doing so, well, then it's not fun, right? Or it's not fun in the sense of wasting your life, which is what most people's fun is. And we're going to go into a king's kind of fun, right? There's going to be the actual things that are fun. And really, you need to get off the doom scrolling, the games, and the lifeless sex and the drugs to actually be able to reprogram your mind subconsciously and consciously into this being fun. And when you do start doing self-improvement, when you do start working, the release of dopamine and the joy you get from what's the word I'm looking for? Fully indulging in the things you need to do, that will be fun for you, boys, when you truly start doing it. So work, that's one. This for me is work, right? I get a shitload of fun out doing this. I love being able to sit down and talk about topics that I enjoy, topics that younger me would have used to be able to progress faster and become better faster. Right? This is fun to me. When I'm done with this, I'm gonna have a smile on my face. I might have not had it so much before, but I will have it after going and working out. I did my 2 hours workout at the gym today, and I had a massive smile on my face. And that's not only because of the endorphin shit, which obviously that pays into it, but it's because I have now just completed work. I've just gotten an objective done. I've just completed an objective, which allows you to have that release and actually, enjoy it. The reward for completing something is amazing. And not many people actually experience that. A lot of people will go halfway and stop. Not many people actually complete it. Now, their objectives do not have to be hard objectives, right? Your objectives for the day could just be waking up at 1 p.m. Or it could just be going for a light walk, right? Or it could be doing a YouTube video. But doing those objectives and completing them will give you such fulfillment and prosperity within your mind and purpose. It's truly fun. It is truly fun. It releases dopamine, and it is a truly fun thing to be cherished, and it makes you drive for it more because you want that release. You want the work done. Even though the work's hard, you want that feeling of completion. Now, the pursuit in general, when you boys go from boys to men to being a full-blown king, the pursuit is the dream. It is the funnest thing. Waking up and understanding I'm getting better today. I'm working on becoming better. I'm going to complete objectives. I'm going to do work today. That is the most fun thing there is. Now, it's not the fun of like, no, it's like you sit there and it's almost blissful. You can sit back for a minute when you wake up or in a cold shower and just think, yeah, I get to do my shit. I get to be a man. I get to be a king. And that is fun, boys. A few people who are already on self-improvement, if you're watching this, you'll understand what I mean. Those moments where you're sitting outside and it's a cool night, or you've just woken up and the sun is scorching, you'll just sit back, it'll be surreal, and you'll just think, this is the life. I'm becoming better every single day. And only people who truly indulge in the pursuit, in the self-improvement journey, get to actually experience that. It's almost, I wouldn't say enlightenment, but it's like the peak, right, of self-improvement. It's like, I'm here. Even if I don't succeed, at least I'm doing this every day and becoming my best. At least I'll die knowing I tried my best to be the best. And that is probably the best thing on this entire list. Apart from these next two, I would even say it's probably above that. The joy you get from realizing you're in the pursuit is pinnacle. It is truly, truly blissful. Now, meaningful relationships. This is not just in dating. This is also with your brothers, which it kind of links down to the bottom of fucking around with the lads. But yeah, fucking having meaningful relationships with people. Being able to connect with them, crack jokes with them, watch them smile and then make you smile, and help each other and make each other grow. That is fun. Now, maybe you're some cynical prick who fucking doesn't get fun out of that. And if you don't, bro, get the fuck off this channel. You're weird. If you don't get enjoyment out of helping people or improving people's lives, man, you're probably on self-improvement for the wrong purpose. You probably are only thinking about yourself, which there is a point you have to think about yourself, but there's so much more to just helping yourself. If you can help 10 people, you get the benefits and also the joy of helping those 10 people instead of just one. You're only one person. You can only make yourself as happy as possible. And if you try to continuously make yourself more and more happy, you eventually go down the deep dark hole of drugs and games and all this other bullshit, because truly you can never fully fulfill yourself. You can only fulfill yourself continuously with good things by helping other people. Think of everyone as a big meter, and you can fill yourself up, and once you fill yourself up, well, you can keep trying to go over, but now you're just going to start grabbing other shit. It's not going to work. So now you need to start filling other people up, and then you get their happiness and it makes you happy. And of course, lads, fucking around with the lads. There is let me change what I said before. This, when you combine it with the pursuit, that feeling of you're in the pursuit, that is the best thing ever. There's been times where I've been sitting with my boys and we're like, we're really on this. Like, we're really on this. We are really on this, boys. That is a fucking feeling like nothing else. It might not come as often, and you might not be able to draw it out, but being able to just look back or go into a high rise and just look along the landscape and think, fuck, it's us boys here and we're truly doing it. And then fucking, being dickheads doing your work together, that is the pinnacle. That is blissfulness right there, boys. Now, what happens when you don't succeed, right? What happens when you wake up and you just don't get your shit done? Well, firstly, there's a massive pain in your soul. When I say soul, I don't talk about me, even though I will be pretty disappointed, boys, when you don't succeed. What I'm actually talking about is the pain in your spirit. If you truly know that your purpose is to do shit, is to succeed, is to grow, is to help others, bro, your soul will crumble. It will stab you until you make a change. And either you'll eventually die living a life of pain and agony, or you'll live a life of blissfulness and purpose and beauty, right? And that is what you want. That is what you truly want to accomplish. And because when you don't have that, it is a horrible feeling. I wouldn't say it's depression, but it's definitely not a good feeling. It's not sadness, it's kind of just emptiness. It's not there. Which is, yeah, you want to steer clear from that, boys. And your day does just feel like shit if you don't win. If you've spent your day doom scrolling, bro. I've been there. I've done that. I've done it with games. It's fucking depressing. I'm sure you guys have had the times you've been on your Xbox, none of your friends are on, and you can't just stop for a second like, man, I'm bored. I'm fucking bored. The fuck am I doing? And you go up, you go look for some food because you're a fat cunt, and you go get a banana or some shit because you're like, I'm gonna be healthy. And then you fucking, I don't know, make some Dorito and whatever the fuck you eat. Don't give a shit. And you go, oh, I'm bored, I'm not going to play. So you eat your food. You get your dopamine rush. And then before you know it, you're back on your Xbox again, cunt. How unaware are you? Right? It's like, I used to do that. That's why I can talk about this. I've experienced that. I've been in that lost point. But that is a horrible thing. When you've wasted your day doing shit you shouldn't be doing and you have not won, your day just feels like fucking shit. Your brain feels like it's melted. Your literal body is dying because you probably pumped it full of bullshit. You've sat down on your fat fucking ass all day. And it's sad. It's fucking sad. And you want to steer clear from that, boys. Definitely steer clear from all of these. I shouldn't have to tell you that. And it's also shame from your people, right? Especially your parents. Your parents have made you. And there's lenience to it in the Western world, and I don't understand this. I know when I'm a parent, I will not have lenience to my kids being nobodies and losers. I don't care if they succeed or if they fail. I care if they try, right? But it's shame. Now, I can actually give you the other side. Since working on self-improvement, everyone in my life, and I mean everyone, people I'm not even close to who just slightly talk to me, even they can see when I'm doing it, right? There's been times where I haven't been doing so good, but I'm still on self-improvement, and they're like, oh, is everything all good? Yeah, everything's all good. I'm just a bit slower at the moment, right? And this is when I was first beginning. But when you just constantly put the effort in, bro, people see it. The amount of people that have come up to me who I'm not even close to, like, man, you look really healthy. Man, you look super happy. Oh, bro, you look like you're really doing it. What are you working on at the moment? Right? That is a fulfilling experience. And to not have that, to not be doing it, they might not tell you, but they're ashamed of you. And you're ashamed of yourself. So look in the mirror, figure out who you want to be, start striving for that, start doing self-improvement, so that you can miss out on all of these feelings, miss out on all of this pain, because you don't want this. But you do need to win, and there's a few reasons why you need to win. Firstly, it will make your days worth living, right? Now, I'm not saying you're depressed. Personally, I've never really been actually depressed. There's been a few times when sad and shit, but I wouldn't say I was depressed. But it makes your days worth living, boys. I have had those times where I've slept in, or not because, I'm fucking tired, but just don't want to doom scroll or sit on my Xbox. I'm just fucking bored, cunt, so why not sleep? What a waste. God has given you time, and you're wasting time to do nothing. You're literally flirting with death. You're closing your eyes. You're not existing or being or perceiving the world around you. You just have your eyes closed, and eventually you open them back up to do the same thing. Either play Xbox and do all this shit, or you go straight back to sleep. You're truly not alive while you sleep. Obviously you are, because you're going to wake back up. But that's the closest to death you'll get while you're alive, because nothing is there. Apart from dreams and shit, nothing is there. It's probably the closest thing to death while you're alive. And with that, if you're spending your days doing shit you don't want to do, well, your life ain't worth living. Sleep is the best action you have, because it's the closest thing to passing your time up on this world, forfeiting your time. So that's why you must win, boys. You need a life worth living. You need to get up and do shit that's worth it. Work on yourself. Build meaningful relationships. Have brothers to fuck around with and enjoy the pursuit together with. There's so much for you to do, for you to create. And if you win, it will make your days worth living. If you become what the fuck? If you will become a man worthy of respect. Boys, I don't even have to explain this. If you can't figure it out, if you've ever played sports, even on your video games, when you won on Fortnite and shit, and you took your little cringe fucking photo, and you post on Instagram like, my fucking 15 kill wins, boys, or some shit, I don't know. That's been fucking... Whenever Fortnite first came out was the last time I properly played it. I did do that though, so I'm guilty, but I don't do it anymore. And, you know, even that, when you were winning in that, you were still getting some respect, right? Because it was the cool thing to do. But now that's the side, because you think that's respect. Wait until you boys get in the ring and get out. Win or lose, you have respect. Wait until you guys work so hard and you accomplish something. That's respect. Wait until you do something so good and your own parents just tell you they're proud of you. That is respect. That's the respect you guys want. And that's what you guys should strive for. That's why you guys should make sure you win every single day. Is to have that feeling of respect. Now, winning will teach you that is what true fun is. Every day when you win, you will realize, holy shit, this is fun. This is the true fun, right? You don't really enjoy too much the running around in Fortnite or the grinding for some gold or some shit, but you enjoy the reward. And it's the exact same in life. You're not really going to enjoy figuring out some problem, or really, you will eventually to a point, but there's going to be times, right, where you're just like, man, fuck, problem, don't want to do it. But when you complete it, when you win, that's when you experience the fun. That's when you experience the dopamine. And that is when you will find out that is truly what fun is. I wake up and I'm excited to do my shit because that's fun. Right? I'm excited to wake up. Just listen to that for a second. I am excited to wake up, to work on myself every day, because that is what I see as fun. How are you going to compete with that? How do you compete with someone whose fun, whose excitement comes from improving on themselves? You just can't. So you boys need to win to be able to realize that is what fun is. And then you start improving massively, right? And it's not that far away. It's like 5 wins a day. And it can be simple fucking wins, boys. Simple wins, right? Dedicate your life to true fun. Dedicate your life to all of this shit, right? Dedicate to all of it. And you will truly build a life worthy of respect, worthy of success, worthy of brotherhood, worthy of a family, and worthy of God's honor. You won't be a feather just drifting in the wind, boys. You'll be an arrow hitting your target. It's one of my favourite things to say, especially at the moment, because it's so true. Focus in, draw your arrow back, and when you release it and hit the target, that's when you'll feel the fun. That's when you'll feel the respect. That's when you will get the enjoyment of the effort of learning how to shoot the bow. Do not sit around. Don't waste your time no more. Get off YouTube right now, right? Use the motivation that you've just gotten from this video and fucking do something. Doesn't matter what it is. If you really need help, you can follow me at King Solomon on Instagram and I will help guide you. I'll give you some advice. If not, then figure it out on your own, boys. Completely capable of that. That's what I've done. That's what all of my boys have done. We've all progressed and we've all grown each other. And fucking figure this shit out and truly succeed to true fun, boys. So, day 15. I hope this one has helped you out a bit. I'm going to continue making more videos like this, hopefully helping you boys get better at life, get better at success, get better at self-improving, because truly that is the most fun thing I'll see you boys in day 16.